Hey everyone and welcome back on the channel. My name is Alex. In today's video we have a first preview of two new ASICS shoes releasing today, the ASICS Megablast and the ASICS Sonicblast. The two shoes just launched, they're announced today and you can get them as part of the Blast family with the Novablast, the Superblast, two very popular shoes. Now we have the Megablast and the Sonicblast adding to them. Let's dive into the specs, and right after that I will dive into the ride of the two shoes and why one of the two is actually such a cool ride and maybe one of my favorite shoes of the year. In terms of specs, we're looking at the same stack height for the two shoes, 46mm for the men's models. The Sonicblast is a 45 for the women, but 46 in the heel, 8mm drop for that 38 in the forefoot, so two quote-unquote illegal shoes above 40mm in the heel for the two shoes. In terms of weight, we're looking at 248 grams for the Megablast in my size US 11 EU 45 and 269 grams for the Sonicblast, again in my size US 11 EU 45. I don't know if you realize, I mean, for my size US 11 with that stack height, most shoes would be in the 300, 310, 320 ballpark. Maybe 290 if you're lucky, but this is just spectacular, especially here with the 249 grams. It is something quite fantastic. Still in the specs, the Megablast comes with an engineered woven upper, whereas the Sonicblast comes with a jacquard upper. The fit of the two shoes is a bit different. The Megablast runs a bit more narrow. I think the last is probably the same. At least I have no information saying that the last is different, but the Megablast runs a bit more narrow here. In the forefoot, I had a bit of pinky, I wouldn't say rubbing or chafing, but it could have gotten there if I did longer sessions. For the two first run I did with this shoe, by the way, I have two runs on the Megablast, one on the Sonicblast. The two shoes got into the office a couple days ago, so definitely not a lot of mileage, and this is why this is a preview as well. The jacquard mesh upper here on the Sonicblast allows for a bit more volume in the forefoot. The two shoes are, I would say, adjusted, so they're not wide in terms of fit. They run through the size in terms of length, which is a good thing, but there isn't that much width in the forefoot especially, and in the Megablast in particular. Still in the specs, we have a new midsole compound for the two shoes. It's written right here, FF Turbo Squared. It's a new foam, it's 33% bouncier compared to FF Turbo. 33% bouncier. That's quite an impressive number. 10% softer and 3% lighter. This is all compared to Flight Foam Turbo. You have only FF Turbo Squared as the midsole compound in the Megablast from forefoot to heel. It's a one-piece midsole, no plate, only FF Turbo Squared, whereas the Sonicblast comes with FF Turbo Squared at the top. There's a plate called an Astro plate. Astro, ground control to Major Tom vibes, running in between two layers of foam. And then you have a second layer of foam, Flight Foam Blast Max, sitting at the bottom, with ASICS grip being the outsole compound for the two shoes. Now, with all the specs, all the new goodness in terms of tech and midsole compounds, let's look at the ride of the two shoes, because this is what really matters at the end of the day. And yes, one of the two is really a crush for me, something that I haven't experienced in a while, and really spectacular. And that's the Megablast. The Megablast is really hitting it out of the park. It's a shoe that is phenomenal to run in. I had a blast, sorry for the pun, with it. It's just so good. It reminds me of the Superblast, because the Superblast is that super versatile shoe, but this is much softer. It feels a bit lighter. I think they're exactly the same weight, give or take a few grams, but it feels a bit softer, a bit lighter. It's almost like it's a bit more cushioned, but also a bit more bouncy. I do not think that it can do exactly the same as the Superblast, but wow, this is a phenomenal shoe. The cushion in the heel was spectacular, really plush, dampening effect, and so much bounce. It almost reminded me of the Invincible 1-2, a bit less wild, a bit less crazy, a bit less dangerous, because this is more stable. This isn't as bad for the heel and for all the tendons. The Invincible for me was really a shoe that I could feel my legs were beaten up after running in it, whereas it was supposed to be more of the pinnacle of cushion. This is really a fun shoe, and I look forward to putting more miles on it and yeah, doing a full review for you here on the channel. On the other hand, the Sonicblast is not a bad shoe. It's actually something that is very close, in my opinion, in my mind, to the Magic Speed series, especially the Magic Speed 4. The Magic Speed 4 had a very similar stack height, although the foams and the plate was not an Astro plate on the Magic Speed 4, the feeling is pretty much the same. So this is where I have a caveat for you. I only have one run on the shoe, and I wanted to give you a quick preview of the two after running a bit in both, a bit more in the Megablast, because I liked it so much that I had to do a second run. I think the Sonicblast has some potential to open up, to loosen, and just to to break after 30, 40, 50 kilometers, just like the Magic Speed 4 did. If I remember well, my Magic Speed 4 had this sort of break-in period of maybe 30, 40K, 35 I would say, give or take. It was one long run in one session, so something like that, 35K. And then it became a shoe that I really like, and the Magic Speed 4 is among my favorite shoes. In my house, I can just pick it whenever I want and I don't have any shoes to review. But the Magic Speed 4 is one of the shoes I take for sessions. So maybe this shoe will also be a surprise down the road after 2-3 runs. And this is why the preview video on this YouTube channel will maybe be different from the full length review down the road. But right now, yes, it's the Megablast that has all my attention and all my love, just because it's, again, so fun and so good from many aspects. The pinky rubbing is maybe a small drawback, but outside of that, honestly, I do not see much flaws to comment upon. Price point, I do not know, and this is where I'm also sorry not to be able to give you the full info today, but this will follow either in the comment section, maybe we will manage to pin a comment, or later on in the full review process of these two shoes. If you have any questions about these two, Sonicblast, Megablast, but the full Blast family at ASICS, let me know in the comments. I look forward to reading from you and answering to as many of you as you can. Enjoy your run today, enjoy your ride, and go beyond your limits. I'll see you in the next one.